Hey, we welcome Allie Grace Pitts, who is Miss Preteen Alabama. Allie Grace, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. And 11 years old?
I am.
Wow. How did you get started in pageants?
I started at an early age, probably about
Well, you're only 11 now, so when did you start?
Probably when I was about 2 or 3.
Oh, wow. Did you think you'd keep doing it like this for all these years?
I kind of had a feeling I would, but not to get up to this point.
Okay, tell me about your family.
I have 2 brothers named Andrew and Dalton. Dalton's actually in the military, and Andrew is a father.
Okay.
And my mom is a investigator for Talladega County, and my dad is a fireman.
Well, you got first responders in your family then, don't you? All right, tell me about your preteen success in Alabama. Let's walk through that a little bit. Tell us about it.
It was actually very nerve-wracking when I went to the pageant.
Where was it held? That's okay. That's okay. All right, now you were selected as Miss Preteen Alabama, and had you won pageants before that?
I had a lot of them too.
Okay. Now, do you have a platform or anything?
I do. It's called Allie Smiles, and it stands for Students Mentoring Individuals with Life Exclusions.
Okay. Now, where do you go to school?
I go to school at Victory Christian.
Okay. Is that in Pell City?
It is.
Okay. All right. Now, Allie Grace Pitts, she's 11 years old. She lives in Talladega, and her family and she are going to be flying out to Las Vegas Saturday, and it's an exciting time. What's going to be going on in Vegas?
I'm gonna be competing for the national title of Miss Preteen United States.
Goodness gracious! I know that's a good time for you.
It will be.
You're talking about nerve-wracking. That's probably nerve-wracking too. So what do y'all do out there? You know, what's the itinerary? What's going to be happening?
I don't think we know exactly what's going to be going on yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to find out when we get there and do rehearsal and everything.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what were the requirements for Miss Preteen Alabama? What's some of the stuff you had to excel in?
One of the things I definitely had to excel in was my interview.
Okay.
And my...
Kind of like you're doing this morning?
Yeah. And my platform.
Yeah. All right. Tell me about the interviews. Were you nervous for them? You're not nervous this morning?
I was really nervous for that interview because I know that it counted the most.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, when you're going to Las Vegas, when did you find out? When were you awarded Miss Preteen Alabama? When was that?
It was in August or April.
Okay, okay. Now, when you were honored to be selected as Miss Preteen Alabama, what was your first feelings?
I felt like I was going to cry.
Yeah, I bet.
I was really happy.
I bet you were.
And excited.
I guess your mom and dad were kind of beaming too, weren't they?
I think they were.
Yeah. We're talking with Allie Grace Pitts. She's an 11-year-old. She'll be participating in Miss Preteen United States coming up next week in Las Vegas, Nevada. And that's a long way from Talladega, Alabama.
It is.
You ever been to a place like that before?
I haven't.
Me either. Me either. And she was selected Miss Preteen Alabama this year. She's representing our state in Miss Preteen United States. And kind of talk a little bit about. You've been doing this since you were 2 or 3 years old. Talk about some of the highlights you remember of it, your pageantry.
I remember the first time that I had to do onstage introduction, I just started to cry. And my mama had to come up there and help me say it. And
that's what moms are for, you know. And what's some of the awards that you won down through the years?
A lot of crowns and trophies.
Okay.
Sometimes I've won some money.
Some what?
Money.
Oh, wow. You ain't gonna win no money on this show now. Hey, what about the crown you're wearing this morning? Is that Miss Preteen Alabama?
It is.
Okay, well that's pretty.
Thank you.
And you wear it well. All right, let's talk a little bit more about your school. Okay, you attend Victory Christian School in Pell City. What grade you in?
I'm in 6th grade.
Okay, all right. And our grandson is in the 6th grade. He goes here in town, of course. And but you're in the 6th grade. Who's your homeroom teacher?
My homeroom teacher, her name is Miss Hackney.
Okay. Now, what's some of the classes you take in the 6th grade?
We have 3 teachers. Dr. Barbara is our science teacher. Miss Newman is, I believe, our reading and English teacher.
Okay.
And Miss Hackney is our spelling, Bible, history, and math.
Now, how do you balance your schoolwork with your pageant participation?
It's really hard to do, but you just have to find an in-between of where you can do it.
You got good grades?
I do. A's?
Oh, goodness. Wow. We're talking with Allie Grace Pitts, 11-year-old, who is representing our state in the Miss Preteen United States pageant coming up in Las Vegas next week. And she is the current Miss Preteen Alabama. She was crowned this year for that. And what do you want to do in life, Allie Grace?
In life, I was planning to become a forensic entomologist.
What's that?
So if you've ever watched NCIS or Blue Bloods or anything, you'll see that if they find a dead body, they'll take it to a scientist that studies the bugs in the body to determine how long it's been there or where it's been.
Now, Allie Grace, you're a pretty little girl and had a lot of success in pageants, and you want to, is it dead bugs?
Live bugs, but
live bugs.
Dead body.
Okay. All right. How come you like that so much? Just watching a TV show?
I don't. I grew up with a lot of boys.
Okay.
And in the country, in the mud. So.
Don't get any fights?
Me and my brothers would get into fights sometimes.
You always win?
It's mostly just arguments, but I would win sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. Allie Grace Pitts, she is 11-year-old 6th grader at Victory Christian School in Pell City. She's participating in Miss Preteen United States next week in Las Vegas. Now, you guys are going to fly out there, I guess?
We are.
You ever rode on a plane before?
I haven't. It's going to be my first time.
Earplugs. And we are so excited for you and your family, and I know you will do well. I guess there's preteen contestants from all over the country in a part of this, right?
There is.
Do you know any of them? Do you ever communicate with any of them?
I've communicated with Miss Preteen Mississippi. Me and her are really good friends.
Well, good.
Her name's Emily.
Okay, all right. And she is Allie Grace Pitts. She's 11 years old from Talladega and currently Miss Preteen Alabama, and she'll be moving on to Las Vegas, Nevada next week for Miss Preteen United States. So how do you get ready for a pageant like that?
You have to practice a lot on your interview, your platform, and all your walks.
All right, talk more about your platform.
My platform is Allie Smile, Students Mentoring Individuals with Life Exclusions, and it started when I was 4 years old. I was enrolled into a pre-K class that was mixed in with special needs students. And that's where I met my 2 best friends, Ava and Keaton. Ava has a neurological genetic disorder, and Keaton has Down syndrome. And from day one, we were taught to never say anything mean about them and to treat them the same. And as we started to get older, I saw that other students weren't treating them how I was taught to treat them, and I want to stop that. And that's when I created my platform.
So you created that yourself?
I did.
Way to go. Allie Grace Pitts, she'll be participating in Miss Preteen United States in Las Vegas, Nevada next week, and we wish you the best and know that you will do well, and you will represent the state of Alabama in top-notch form. And when you talk about your walk, a lot of people watching, a lot of eyes on you. How do you walk in a pageant like this? Carefully?
Very carefully, especially when you're in heels and a long dress.
You wear high heels? High heels?
Well, not that high, but...
Okay. Now, who helps you get ready for that?
Her name is Terry Bolin, and she is my current pageant coach for this pageant.
Okay. All right. And I know you lean on her a lot, right?
I do.
All right. Allie Grace Pitts, 11-year. Maybe we got some kids that are getting ready for school this morning and some parents and grandparents watching. How would you encourage them to dream their dream like you're doing yours?
I would just tell them no matter how hard it gets, you have to keep pushing through to achieve your goals, no matter what someone tells you, like you can't do it or anything. You just got to keep on going.
Yeah. Now, is there a particular diet or type food that you eat to keep slim and trim and pageant ready?
I don't. I usually eat ice cream a lot, but
I do too. You can tell the difference. So anyway, beautiful smile, Allie Grace Pitts. Allie's a 11-year-old sixth grader over at Victor Christian School in Pell City. She lives in Talladega, and I guess you lived there all your life, right?
I have.
Okay, and we wish you the best in the pageant. And you know, those, I don't know if they do this now or not. They did back, as the older folks say, back in the day. They used to give you these little packs of peanuts and stuff on the plane. I'm expecting you to bring a pack. Okay.
I'll try.
You'll do well. You'll do well. Her name is Allie Grace Pitts. She's looking right here in this camera, ladies and gentlemen. She is Miss Preteen Alabama, participating in Miss Preteen USA in Las Vegas, Nevada next week. Allie Grace Pitts. More Daybreak after this.